while they see a kid doing really cool stuff and their family being really mean to him, I at points saw a kid that was being a brat and deserved to be punished.
I give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Home Alone.
Of course I've heard of Home Alone. Please stop asking me. It's a very popular movie. Please don't insult my cultural awareness like that. All that being said, I actually haven't seen the movie, but I'm pretty sure people like it a lot. People have fond memories of their childhood watching Macaulay Culkin scream.
The reason I picked this movie, the plot of the movie is not inherently Christmas. For whatever reason, this movie seems to be a movie that people bring up during Christmas time, like it's a Christmas movie.
Sure, the greatest holiday family film ever.
And although I'm not sure that I technically agree, it is a movie that I enjoy, that I do see a lot of Christmas values in. However, I don't think that it's strictly a Christmas movie.
On one hand, I'm very excited to watch this movie because anything so beloved has got to have its reasons and always ready to be a part of that in a sense. But on the other hand, it's kind of intimidating. What if I don't like it as much as everybody else?
I think another really important thing to remember about this movie is that it has a really huge legacy. It's actually one of the longest running Christmas movies in the theater. If it didn't go Christmas to Christmas, it almost made it Christmas to Christmas. I'd like to see what Jeremy thinks of it, being someone who not only doesn't watch Christmas movies all that often, but also somebody who has just never seen the movie.
I'm very afraid of Home Alone. Every time I go home, I'm worried I'm at the wrong house and there's a kid that thinks I'm trying to rob him and he's going to try to beat me up for robbing his house. Let's watch it.
Home Alone.
Home Alone? More like Home... So we just watched Home Alone.
I think I just have to start by saying that, although I've seen this movie probably 100 times now, I did grow up with it, and I love this movie.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure what's special about most of the movie. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. Look, I understand Macaulay Culkin's a kid, and I'm not going to give him shit for not being a good actor, but if you're going to have someone who's not a great actor, he probably shouldn't be alone soloing most of the movie.
I took a shower washing every body part with actual soap.
One thing that I really enjoy about this movie is, like I said, it's not necessarily a Christmas movie, but I think it does a really good job at being a movie that talks about how people are at this time of year, how you can get swept up in the holidays and everything going on with your family. I mean, this is probably the most literal sense of what that's like.
The highlight of this movie is definitely the ending. I feel like most of it, of course, is leading up to the moment where Kevin McAllister is defending his home against the robbers. There's kind of this sense that this is definitely the best thing that happens in the movie. It's kind of hard to pin down why I wasn't in love with this movie so much. Like when he goes to do the laundry, it's cute and I understand the bit, but entertainment-wise, for me right now, just wasn't doing anything.
I'd say the thing that I enjoy the most about the movie is the story of his mother trying to get home to him, but not being able to because of how busy it is at the holidays. I also like just the idea of this kid waking up, not knowing where his family is, and, at the age of 8, figuring out, okay, what do I do now? How do I be an adult? Because to him, his family really has disappeared. The movie has a lot of really, really sweet but really sad moments, as well as a lot of really fun ones, and I think that that's also overlooked because it's so easy just to get caught up in, oh, now he's got the booby traps all over the house.
The highlight of this movie is definitely the ending.
But I love the scene where he's setting up all the mannequins outside the house. Obviously, everybody loves the booby traps.
I think one of the reasons I don't like this movie as much as other people is I'm watching it for the first time as an adult, Most people watched this as a kid relating to Kevin McAllister, and I can't really relate to kids on that level anymore. While they see a kid doing really cool stuff and their family being really mean to him, I at points saw a kid that was being a brat and deserved to be punished in a certain way. Not as harshly as the family treated him, but something.
I also want to talk about my favorite character in the movie is the old man that lives next door. I just love the idea that the kids are so scared of him because it feels very real. And I like that he actually turns out to be one of the heroes of the movie at the end who goes through his own arc. And I always thought that was very sweet. And probably one of the more Christmassy elements of the movie. Unfortunately, the movie also has not aged well in a lot of ways. I think watching it now, I don't think I'd be as into it as I was watching it as a kid. A lot of the ways that they get hurt are a little ridiculous. They kind of fall like Looney Tunes. All that's missing is like a cymbal crash. All that being said, watching it now as an adult, I feel like there's a really mean-spirited way about this movie. Number one, a problem I've always had with this movie is how mean his family is to him at the very beginning. Almost disproportionately.
Look what you did, you little jerk!
Everybody in his family is so mean, and you'd think at one point they go, oh, my 8-year-old is probably upset. And a lot of how they leave him at home in the first place, obviously everybody says it, but it's very, very convenient. And it really sets you up not to like the family, and you don't get a lot of resolution on that at the end. Also, you have to acknowledge certain lines of totally iconic dialogue.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I'm going to have to slot Home Alone there right above Elf and below Santa Claus. Overall, you know, good time. If I had seen it as a kid, I might have liked it a lot more. But, you know, didn't do a lot for me when I'm 20. How Christmassy I feel this movie is? He's Home Alone. He could be... I feel like the movie wouldn't lose anything if it was during...
No, it doesn't, because there are sequels where it's not Christmas, but...
Well, there you go. Wow. Well, okay. Yeah, probably. I haven't really... hi, bud.
I'll give you pros and cons. Cons is that you're making me do this stupid fucking list.
Please don't insult my cultural awareness. I should have just said the words you wanted me to say, and I wouldn't have messed them up.